Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about money and how to make more of it starting right now, this very day in your business. But here's our starting point. On average, 97% of the prospects you generate are never going to buy your products or become distributors, and that's just a fact that we're going to have to deal with. Second, you need to understand that there is a cost associated with finding really high quality prospects. Now, on average, most people are probably going to end up spending somewhere between $5 and $20 per lead that you produce yourself with advertising or that you buy from a lead company. Now, on the low end, that comes out to about $500 per 100 leads. And out of those, 2 or 3 might buy your product or become a distributor. Now, what that means, this is the significant part of this video, is that you are only tapping into 2 or 3% of your potential income. I hope that is a very big epiphany for many of you right now. You should be shocked, you should be appalled by the fact that if your sole goal is to build a downline, that you're going to miss out on 97% of your potential income. Not only that, but the reality is that if you don't go out and find a way to monetize the other 97 leads that you spent money on to generate, you're probably going to go out of business much faster than you would like to. And really, that's all there is to it. So here's how to fix that. We already know that most people out there are skeptical, they're lazy, and would rather learn how to do something than actually do it. So why don't we tap into that psychology and give them exactly what they want? So instead of immediately going out and asking them to put down $300 to $3,000 to become a distributor, why don't we go out and market and promote a front-end retail product for, let's say, $29. That basically allows them to go out and take a test drive. This could be a course or a training guide that teaches them how to build a successful business, or to market online, whatever you kind of topic that you want to come up with for this. As long as it's along those lines, you're going to be fine. And by the end of that course, they're going to be so sold on your opportunity that they're going to call you up and they're going to be ready to get started. They're going to have sold themselves, remember? Think back to the lines that we talked about in the first video or two of this series. Nobody who bought a drill actually wanted a drill, they wanted a hole. Therefore, if you want to sell drills, you should advertise and sell information about making holes, not information about the drills themselves. It's exactly what we've just discussed in this example. Now, this is going to give you an opportunity to monetize 10 to 20% of your leads instead of just 2 to 3%. Now, Magnetic Sponsoring teaches you how to implement this model into any business. I don't care which company you're a part of. And I actually gave a copy of the book to my friend Jay a few months ago, and he followed the instructions in this chapter of the course and put together a 1-hour DVD to sell to their prospects for $49. Here's what happens. This is actually pretty amazing. Within the first 20 days, the company had a record month. They recruited more customers and distributors than any other time in the entire company's history. Not only that, but the sale of the DVDs put an extra $145,000 in gross revenues per month into Jay's business model. That's literally a new 7-figure income stream for those guys just from what they learned in that chapter of Magnetic Sponsoring. And I literally have dozens of other success stories just like that one that you can read about on magneticsponsoring.com. So right now there's a very good chance that you're only making money when you sponsor a new rep. But unless you have mastered that process, the learning curve is going to cost you dearly. That was the biggest struggle for me in my first years in this industry. Bottom line is that you need to go out and make money during your daily prospecting, whether people join your organization or not. And the key to doing that is to market an inexpensive retail product first. It's much faster and much easier to make $500 in retail sales than it is to build a $500 residual check. Now, those quick sales are what's going to pay for your leads. It's going to pay for your advertising. It's going to perpetuate your business so that you can stay in the game long enough to build and leverage the buying power of a large organization. That is so important. There's an even bigger advantage that we haven't even mentioned yet, and that's your mindset. This process is so important for your mindset, especially if you're new to this industry. When you have money coming in, even if it's just a few $100s per month, that feeling of nasty desperation disappears, that anxiety disappears, checks don't bounce, your spouse is happy or happier, right? That learning curve that you're having to pay for is funded by these retail sales. And not only do you have leads and prospects to show your business to now, they're actually customers. They've already done business with you. It's 10 times easier to sponsor a customer and turn that person into a distributor than it is to take a complete stranger that you're just calling up cold on the telephone. Now, that brings up, again, a little question that I get all the time, and we've already alluded to the answer, but, again, what do you retail? Do you retail 5 bottles of your vitamin product every day? Well, that's not exactly practical unless you have a vitamin store, honestly. You need to retail something that can be sold automatically through direct response advertising. That means sales come in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with or without your direct influence. Now, many of our affiliates choose to promote Magnetic sponsoring products through our affiliate and lead generation system because we do all of the marketing for them. Now, I'm not going to get into that right now, but this basically lets you monetize your leads and makes a retail income for you, even if someone doesn't join your opportunity. That's exactly what we've been talking about here. Now, sit back for a moment and just imagine what would be different. What would your business be like if you made an extra $300 to $3,000 a month, whether you sponsored a distributor or not? What would happen if you put that money back into your business for even more advertising the following month? Think about that for a minute and literally imagine how that would impact you and the way you feel and your self-confidence. And, what would it do for the long-term picture of your business? Retailing information to your leads is an absolutely necessary part to your long-term success because you need to make money now, not next week, not next month, and not next year. You need to be able to do it automatically, hands-free, 24 hours, 7 days a week, without having to be a master recruiter, because you are going to have to take a pretty long journey to take yourself to a place personally in your development-wise where you're going to be successful in this industry. It took me a lot longer than most people, but it's going to take everybody a little bit amount of time. So, again, here's the formula of the MLM Masters. You're going to place advertisements, but unlike anyone else out there, losing their shirt pitching their primary business opportunity, you're going to be promoting a very inexpensive retail product on the front end, something that can be marketed automatically and purchased directly from the web without your direct involvement. Again, a great example of this is Magnetic sponsoring. Now, the retail sales are going to pay for your ads and your customers and become your leads. This means that you can advertise massively, and you can advertise endlessly at no cost to you, which means you can generate as many leads as you want at a discount or even for free. The real marketers in this industry, to be honest with you, who treat their business like a business, do 3 things. First, they retail a generic information product. Second, they advertise that information instead of their business. And third, they back in their prospects into their primary opportunity weeks or months down the road after they've already turned them into a paying customer on the front end. Again, this is called a marketing pipeline, and with today's technology, you can completely automate this entire process. Now, let me give you a pretty basic example of what this looks like. Let's say we go out and we place some advertisements online which can drive traffic to a lead capture page that you've put together, which gives away, let's say, free tips on how to build a successful home-based business. Now, the prospect's going to enter their email address, possibly their name, their phone number, and they're going to start to receive your helpful emails, hopefully, right? Now, within those emails, you're going to promote a course that costs about $30, $40, $50. The readers can go directly to the sales letter and read about the product and place their order for it, again, 24 hours a day without having to pick up the phone and give you a phone call and go through a distributor application or anything else like that. Again, that's money that goes back into your pocket before they've ever joined your primary business. Now, let's say on maybe the 5th, 6th email that you send them, you give them tips on how to choose the right home-based business opportunity. Now, we've established some trust with these people because we've been giving them very helpful, valuable content. We've established a relationship with them. They're starting to learn a little bit more about who we are as people or who you are as a person. And hopefully you've been able to demonstrate some value and some leadership through those first few emails. But within this email, you're going to tell them why you joined your particular company and sell them on why you believe it is the best option for them as well. Some people are going to get started, others are not, but I really hope that you can see this is how the marketing pipeline works. And obviously, the first part of this process has to do with writing and placing your own advertisements, right? You can't generate prospects without ads. Well, unfortunately, because this, again, is an industry of marketing and promotion pursued by people who have no idea how to market or promote, there's a very good chance that you have no idea how to write a truly effective ad. And unfortunately, I just see horrendous ads on Google AdWords on a daily basis with people who are just spending so much money and getting so little results. And I really honestly want to change that for you if you happen to be one of those people, or at least help you avoid the whole problem to begin with. Now, fortunately, I've earned a pretty good reputation as being a pretty decent copywriter in this industry. So I'd like to spend a couple of minutes in our next segment here and give you some of my best tips on how to write an incredibly effective ad that's really going to cause your prospects to respond quickly to whatever marketing pieces that you put out there and then to buy your product. So let's go ahead and jump into that right now.